Welcome back to the Little Tiny Homestead. And today I am making a tomato sauce with our dehydrated cherry tomatoes from last summer. We dehydrate our extras and just for this purpose. I used to call this a pesto, but it really is not, since pesto means pounded or ground, and this is definitely not. But you could grind up the tomatoes and call it a pesto. Now I am using a saucepan, but it could also be done in a bowl in the microwave as well. And I'm adding about 1.5 cups of water, and we'll bring this to a boil. And in the microwave, it would take about 1 to 2 minutes. But here I am going to be letting this boil for about 3 minutes. Now I probably should have added less water, so I will be taking out about 1/4 of a cup of the water, but you do not want it to be completely dry. So there's better too much water than too little. Now I'm adding 1/2 cup of olive oil. And I'm now going to be doing 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. And I did use 1/4 of a cup of the fresh grated and also 1/4 of a cup of canister. Although I do prefer the fresh grated, but for the sake of time, I did 1/2 of each. And I'm going to add to this 1 teaspoon of dry basil. I didn't have any fresh, but you could certainly use fresh. I would say probably a tablespoon. And you could also add garlic to this, and I chose not to. I would say a clove of fresh garlic, or maybe 1/4 teaspoon of powdered. And then I just did some salt and pepper to taste. Maybe an 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of each of those. Now as this sits, it will thicken. And I added this to some rigatoni and kielbasa. Absolutely delicious. Give it a try.